God is a way maker, but when I need a way made and he brings me out, I know for myself that God is a way maker. See, the thing is, I won't know that until I experience it. And there's certain things that God's going to teach you through the word that you're going to have to walk it out for you to understand who he is. And so therefore, when you walk it, he'll show you himself while you're walking it, and you'll know without a shadow of doubt that God is everything he said he's going to be.
That's right.
He says, I've got to create some trust in you. You've got to understand who I am. Amen. See, the thing what God wants to do, he wants to create confidence in you. Confidence for what? Because he wants you to have confidence in him. That who he is. And if you don't have confidence in God and who he is, then when you pray in a myth because you don't believe he can do what he say he do because you have no confidence in him. Let me help you out. Whenever you call certain people when you get in a certain situation, it's because you got confidence that they can help you. And how did you get confidence in them? Because you have a relationship with them. Big faith when everything is dried up. It's not faith after you come out. It's faith while you're in the midst of what you're going through. You got to start speaking faith when all the money in the bank is gone and you got bills stacked up over your head and say, God gonna bring me through it. You got to be able to speak faith and say, you're not going to die, but you shall live and declare the glory of the Lord. You got to speak faith when everything is impossible, when things is up against you, when you don't know how you're going to make it. You don't know how it's going to change. You don't know how it's going to turn around. That's when you got to speak faith. You don't speak faith when you can see daylight. You speak faith when you're in the midnight hour and everything is grim and everything's against you. That's when you got to speak faith. He knew he had to speak faith. He said, we're coming back. He don't know how God's going to do it, but I know he's going to do it. He didn't give me the promise for me to take the promise away. But I know one thing, I got to obey him. But I know one thing, we're coming back. And so that's the thing you got to understand. It's not faith when you say, you testify, say that the Lord going to bring me through this one. And you get home and you're crying and complaining all week and you're worrying. That's not faith. Faith says, God going to work this out. No matter what, each day I get up, I'm still got my joy. I still got a peace of mind. I'm still happy. Amen. I'm still doing the will of God. Everything might look crazy and chaotic, but I'm still doing the will of God. I'm still doing what I am. I'm still on top. I might be down low, but I'm still on top. I'm still walking in power. I'm still able to pray somebody out. I'm still able to speak life into somebody else. Amen. I'm not depressed. I'm not beat down, go down, toe down, because I know my God's going to make a way out of no way. I know what God is getting ready to do in my life. Even that's faith. Faith operates like it's already got what it don't have. When I asked him, he will respond based upon his character when he showed me that he would do. So that's when I go to the word, I can trust the word because he already proved it to me in his characteristics. And because I see him work it out. Amen. When I see it in his word that he said he'll work it out. When I feel it in the Bible says when I'm going through and my needs, amen, I can go to the word where it says, but my God going to supply all my needs. Why are you so certain about that? Because of his, amen, my dealings with him in his characteristics shows me that I can be certain on his word. So when I'm going through and there's many afflictions in my life, I don't have to worry because the Bible's already told me. He says many are the afflictions of the righteous, but which means that God says, I'm hold up. But the Lord will deliver me out of them all, which means that my way out is already made or performed before I even get into what I got to get into, before I even challenge with. God has already made a way out. So then that's the case then. Why am I perplexed? And why am I worried if I got faith? Because faith already showed me that, amen, God, amen, I can trust in who he say he is. And then he demonstrates that every promise he made, he's going to do it because God is not a man that he should lie. And neither shall he repent. If he spoke it, he'll bring the thing to pass. So therefore, I can have confidence in his word. Amen. Oh, God. Amen. Say, catch up. So faith, look at Hebrews 11:1. Faith, let me read out a few different translations. Maybe you'll catch up. It says, what is faith? It is the confidence. See, he told you faith got to be confident. You got to be confident in the person you asked him. Or your faith ain't no good. Oh God, let me help you. It's the confidence or the assurance that something we want is going to happen. That's what faith is. In other words, I'm confident when I ask that what I want, I got the assurance that it's going to happen. Why? Because of his character. See, you just thought you was going through. God was just demonstrating who he was. Tell someone, tell them, say, that's all right. The disciples are a little slow too. That's all right. God been showing you one thing after another and you still missing it. Ain't realizing what God is trying to do in your life. He's trying to build confidence, and you still a bit crying when he already gave you demonstration after demonstration. You ain't got to read about it. You read your own life story and see what he brought you through. Now, let me move on. It goes on and says, it is the certainty, because remember, confidence and certainty. It is the certainty that what we hope for is waiting for us. What faith does, it lets me know that I might not see it right now, but I know it's waiting on me. It's already there waiting for me to catch up to where it's at. So therefore, that's why I don't have to be fretting or being panicky, because I already know I spoke in faith and I asked him, and I know he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, and I've been diligently seeking the Lord, so I know that what I want is already waiting for me. Even though we cannot see it up ahead, I might not see it up there, but I know it's there. That's why when faith does, it'll make you go forward. See, you know you're walking in faith is when you're walking. You're not in faith when you're sitting there talking about, I wonder if it's going to happen. That ain't faith. Faith knows that I got to get to the destination. So I'm walking because it's already up ahead. I can't see it, but I'm going there. I know it. I haven't touched it, but I know it's there. Why you keep holding on? Because I know it's up ahead of me. I got confidence. I'm sure of it. Well, why you keep doing it? Because God spoke it to me. You said I can have it. His word is, his promise is there. So faith will give me the motivation to move. You're not in faith if you stop. Faith is progression. Oh, God, let me help you. Let's look at a different translation. It says, Amplified said like this. Now faith is the assurance. You know, it's like this. If you got a car and you got car insurance and somebody steal a car, you ain't worried. Why? Because you got insurance. If faith gives you insurance, and you ask God to do something for you, then why you worry? Catch up. Look what it says. It is now faith, not tomorrow, now. Because faith don't work tomorrow, it works. Right now. That's good. And one day, if your prayer is one day, that ain't faith. That's hope. Faith operates now. Now faith is the assurance. The confirmation. See, it's like this. You live in another state and you visit in another state and you call up Hilton and say, look, I want to make reservations, amen, to stay in the hotel. You get there to have a big convention and all the rooms are booked up. And they're telling everybody, we don't have no more rooms. And they tell you, well, we don't have no room. We said, but I got the confirmation number. I don't care what you got, I got confirmation. And because I got confirmation, you got to give me a room. And if you don't have a room and you sold my room, then you got to pay for me to go somewhere else. Because I got the confirmation. As long as I got the confirmation number, you got to do something for me. And that's what faith does. It gives me the confirmation that it's got to happen. I might not can see it and I might not can touch it, but I got confirmation that it's got to happen. And that's what faith does. It gives you an assurance and the confirmation that it's already done. Even though I can't touch it, even though I can't see it, but it's already done. I got confirmation on this. It's the confirmation on the title deed. Which means when the devil comes to you and say, God ain't gonna do it, you say, oh, look, I got the deed. Long as you got the deed, it's yours. I don't care who comes and settles on your property. If you got the deed, they got to go. Amen. A friend of ours, one of my father's friends, they had a whole day. The family had inherited all this land. And because it was so much land, they couldn't keep up with it all. And what happened was these people had moved on their land and opened up a hunting lodge. And was operating for years. When they stumbled up on it, them people had to get out, although they built on that land, because they didn't have the deed. And that's when the devil comes in and try to mess with your stuff. You got to vacate him, evict him, and say, you got to go, because I got the deed. You got to give me back my joy, because I got the deed to it. You got to give me back my peace, because I got the deed. You got to give me back my health, because I got the deed. And once you got the deed, amen, it's yours regardless of what you face. Tell your neighbors that's what faith do for you. Look what goes on. It says, this is what it does. It gives you now faith gives you the assurance, the confirmation, the title deed of things. I like it says things because that means that it can cover anything. If it would just said salvation, then that's all I could get. But it said things. So whatever thing that you're facing, the faith says, I got a remedy for the thing. The thing what? We hope for. Because you got to have hope before you can have a sacrifice. I see the wood because I know you got to burn up the sacrifice. I see the rope because I know you got to tie it up. I see everything, but Father, you forgot something this time. You don't have no lamb. There's no sacrifice. He says, Father, what's going on? He says, and Abraham turns to him, and Abraham says, look, he says, my father said, God will provide. Because he was going in faith, although he knew he had to offer up his son as a sacrifice. When you walking in faith, although everything's against you and don't look like it's going to happen, whatever you do, tell your neighbor, say, don't panic. Because when you start panicking, see, a lot of times people get hurt more in the panic than they do the actual thing that's threatening them. A lot of times, even it's not the fire that hurt people, it's the people trying to run out the building and they get trampled on that hurts them. A lot of times the reason why folks get trapped is because they so panicky they can't unlock the door, and so therefore they get caught. You know why? Because they panicking. But if they can just calm down, they can open the door. If you can calm down, everybody can get up out of here. But what happens is everybody's panicking, people knocking down folks, running folks over, amen, everybody losing their mind. That's panicking. You got to get past panic. You cannot trust God in a panic mode. You can't move God in a panic mode because your prayers get crazy. You start talking crazy to God when you panicking. God, if you don't do it, I ain't going to serve you. God, if you don't do it, I ain't going to be your child. God, I ain't going to come to church. God said, you talking as a foolish child. That ain't none of mine. Because if you was mine, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. Boy, I'd rather knock you down and pick you back up. But boy, you don't talk to me like I'm your daddy. Because when you panicking, you make unwise decisions. So you're hooking with somebody you know ain't got a business hooking up with because you panicking. My clock is winding down. But let me move on. God is looking for some obedient folks. You can't tell God what you ain't going to do if he don't do this. He can't use you. You can't tell God what you can't do. And God said, I told you to do it. God is looking for somebody going to obey. Even if it hurts you, you got to be obedient. He was willing to the point of death to humble himself. So his father went to bind and tie him up. You know he couldn't resist his daddy. How you think a 20-year-old couldn't get away from a 120-something-year-old man? He could have outran him, he could have broke loose, but he just humbled himself. And God is looking for somebody who's willing and who's humble to his will. So when God tells you something, a lot of times the reason why you're going through what you're going through because you don't told God no when he told you to do something. So God is saying, I'm looking for somebody who's going to be obedient. Let me help you, and I'm going to bring it. Look at verse number 9. And they came to the place which God had told of him, and Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order. See, the reason why we can't get to the place of victory is because we won't put things in order. You've got to put things in order according to what God says. Amen. You can't be out of order and expect God to bless. You can't expect God to bless the relationship and you sleeping around and you ain't married yet. That's out of order. You can't play house and expect God to bless the house. That's out of order. You've got to have order first. Until you put the ring on my finger and you say, I do, it ain't no time to be, wait a minute. You can't be messing around and playing. Why? Because that's out of order. You want God to bless you, but you out of order. Amen. You can't even function at home, and how you gonna do the will of God? You can't even, amen, submit to your own husband. How you gonna do the will of God? You can't submit to it. You can't take care of your own wife. How you gonna do the will of God? You can't even be on time at work. How you gonna submit to God? You out of order. There's got to be order.
Yes, God. God is a God of order. Come on. Come on.
Then we praying with God, you ain't doing. God said, I'm waiting for you to get in order. See, because we try to get spiritual when we out of order naturally. But the Bible says first natural, then spiritual. If I can't get it together in the natural, I'll never get together in the spirit. So naturally I'm dysfunctional. Naturally I'm out of order. Naturally, I think crazy. Naturally, I'm out of whack. Until I can get those things together, you don't need to sing it for the higher things of God. You can't function on a natural level. You want to operate on a supernatural level with a natural mind that you can't even function right. I said, don't panic, don't panic. You can still get yourself together. You got to put it in order. If you don't put it in order, God can't bless you. Even then he goes on in the next part of that verse, it says he put everything in order, and then it said he bind it up. There's some things in your life you're going to have to bind up. Even you might have to bind up some lust, but you got to bind it up. Even you so desperate, everything that got two legs is the opposite sex you're running after. You just desperate. And you wonder why God can't bless you, because you're too desperate. He can't bless you in lust. He waits for you to get the lust out, then he can bless you with a mate. Oh, let me move on. You got to understand that we got to get things in order. Let me say we can't play boyfriend and girlfriend. That's my boo. I don't care even about your boo. You ain't put no ring on boo finger. Even boo ain't supposed to be laying down, spreading her legs over for you, because you ain't got the right to do that yet. Oh, it's real in here. It's real in here. See, that's what's wrong. We trying to play house. Talking, I don't believe in marriage. You out of order. You know I'm on this page, but you got to buy some stuff up, and you want God to bless you, and you want the windows of heaven to pour out on you, and you have blessings that you can't receive. You got to get yourself in order first. Bind up your lust, bind up your fear. You can't trust God for nothing. You can't step out and do the will of God. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of trying. You're afraid of just being afraid, and you want God to do all these great things in your life. Bind up the spirit of fear out of your life. He had to bind it together, because you cannot present it to God unless it's in order and it's bind up. Then you go and say, if it's not surrendered, can't offer it. He laid it on the altar, because see the thing is, we try to get delivered in the pew. You got to come to the altar. There's some things you want to be delivered till you get to the horns of the altar and hold on to it on the altar until you get loosed. You ain't gonna never get loose being cool. You ain't gonna never get loose about, I don't nobody know my business. You gonna be bound. I don't have to know your business. You just need to get loosed. He laid it on the altar because he knew that if he gonna get God's blessing, he got to lay it on the altar. Don't harm it. He said, look over there, over the thickets, even there's a ram that's caught in the thickets. See, the thing you got to understand, before Abraham climbed the mountain to where God told him the sacrifice was already waiting on him before he got there. See, this is the miracle about the thing. A ram does not climb that high in the mountain. God made him violate his own nature and his own will to be obedient to what he needed him to do. And this is why you got to understand that God will make a stingy person bless you, because you know why? He will violate his will to make him bless you. God will do whatever he wants to do, and all he wants you to do is line yourself up, get yourself in order, put it on the altar, bind it up, and then God said, now let me work. When he got ready to offer the sacrifice, he still didn't see the blessing. You cannot see the blessing until God opens up your eyes, and God said, hold up, there it is over there. He was there all the time, caught in the thicket, which means that anything that God promised you, he gonna hold it into place until you get yourself together. Tell your neighbor, say, nobody can steal your blessing. You got it held up. You got it caught in the thicket. But when you can realize it, he gonna loose it in your life. Tell your neighbor, say, don't panic. It's just a test. It might not be right now, but get yourself together, and God gonna hold the blessing until you catch up to the thing he wants to release in your life. Instead of just waiting, say, God, what are you trying to show me? So we got to spend more time and more effort and money to redo something we already had. Because of panic. Because of panic. Then they say, don't panic. It's just a test.